every day as daylight, I'ma look out on the road, I bear you, me sit up on the street corner. The mother always a say, when you're not tired, we drink rum and smoke marijuana. But it's not what it seems, them get accepted to pursue a degree. But neither them, nor them parents, nor them relatives are poor, couldn't find it to pay the school fee. So, choose SLB, making a brighter future for we, yeah. Choose SLB, from poverty them up to set we free. And choose SLB, for all your tuition needs. Serving from 1971, they're here for everyone, so everybody sing this one. Student loan, them are the real trendsetter. Them give the youth a chance to move right up the ladder. Through education, they make your life get better. Education, that's the key. We say we now got turn no crop round ya. No, we ain't gonna lose. Strive, we are strive to make life better. So we know who we choose, yeah. Choose SLB, making a brighter future for we, yeah. Choose SLB, in the golden anniversary, yeah. Choose SLB, always transforming dreams. Serving from 1951, they're here for everyone, so everybody sing this one. Choose SLB, making a brighter future for we, yeah. Choose SLB, from poverty them up to set we free, and choose SLB.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of SLB Connect. And as you know, we'll be discussing a very important topic today. This was quite surprising, but guess what? We're here today just to provide you with all the information that you need. It's SLB Connect, it's we connecting with you, our valued customer. Okay? And as you know, it's September. We'll be discussing, of course, a very timely and important topic, as I said a while ago. It will be repayment. Okay? So we'll be just talking about a little bit about repayment. Here with me is Ms. Cheryl Sergio. She's a loan servicing manager, of course. And we'll be discussing a lot of information. Ms. Sergio?
Good morning, Oh, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, Siobhan. Good afternoon, listeners. Good afternoon, customers, as well as prospective customers. Welcome.
Guys, this episode will be very interesting. You'll be learning a lot about repayment. Okay, for persons who are just starting repayment, you have a lot of questions. You would have already benefited from the 14 months moratorium phase. You would have already benefited from a lot of things, of the grants while being a student, while attending school. There's a lot of information and a lot of benefits that you guys would have benefited from. But guess what? We're going to move in right into it. We're going to assist you. We're going to assist you with your repayment. We're going to give you all the information and details that you need about the repayment. Okay, so Mr. Sergio, just tell me a little bit about the repayment process.
Okay, so our customers generally, we have three products, loan products.
Mm-hmm.
That's the PACE postgrad,
Yeah.
the PACE, the postgraduate loan, and the targeted loan.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our customers would apply for the targeted loan, and that allows the customer a moratorium period, which is the in-school period. So while they're in school, they wouldn't require to make payments to their loan account.
Yes.
However, after graduation, then repayment begins the September following the year of graduation. So persons who would have graduated last year, their repayment now begins September of this year.
That's really good.
Right, yes. So they have that additional grace period, moratorium period, in which to find employment so that they are now ready to start repaying in September.
Wow. I think that's some really good information there. I know we have a few competitors, of course, but I don't think any of our competitors really provide this kind of facility that would allow persons to, go and seek a job or anything like that, and then they start repayment.
There's no loan product in the market right now which is similar to our targeted loan product, and so that's a very good product. So if it is that persons are finding it challenging to access finances, to pursue tertiary education, Students Loan Bureau is the place to get their tertiary loan, and that's a good thing for them.
Awesome, and I said it before, guys, and I will say it again. This year is the best year to be a beneficiary, an applicant of the Students Loan Bureau. It is the best year to be a beneficiary and applicant of the Students Loan Bureau. Okay? And in the meantime, I just want to encourage you guys to share the broadcast, share our Instagram live, share it to the person who's applying. You don't know how beneficial this might be to the person who will be repaying in the years to come. Okay, so share it with the person who is repaying, share with the person who is going to be repaying as well. Okay, now next question.
Yes, sir.
Of course, a lot of persons want to know about the repayment process. How do I find out my balance? You know, they would have applied for 3 years for the loan, and they like to know what would be their balance. How do they get that information before repayment, or do they get it before repayment, or is during September? Do they need to call? How do they get that?
Okay, what generally happens, we normally would send out what we call the repayment notification to all of our repayment customers. And that generally happens within 60 to 30 days before repayment begins. We normally send that out via email to all customers, so they'll get what we call an amortization schedule.
Schedule. All right.
So that will outline, a schedule that outlines all the monthly payments each month. And then in the notification letter, they will see their monthly payment as well, what we call the consolidated loan. So if you would have taken 4 loans or 3 loans to go to school, each year you would have taken a loan, and so what we have, we consolidate those 3 loans and we have 1 repayment loan. So you wouldn't have to get 3-4 notifications. So you'll get 1 notification, which is the consolidated loan. And you also will receive a salary deduction order. The preferred means of repayment for us is the salary deduction order. So once you're employed, you fill out that salary deduction order, have your employers, whether your HR department or your county department, receive it, stamp, sent back to us, and they will make the deductions from your salary each month and submit those to us. And so those are the 3 bits of information that you will get prior to repayment. So you will have an idea as to what your monthly payment is.
Awesome. But for persons though who, let's say their place of employment would not necessarily be so readily to provide or assist with salary deduction, what are the other payment arrangements or facilities that we do have available here at the Student Store?
Okay, so a customer may choose to, you can make your payments online via NCB online, BNS online, Bill Express, Paymaster. They can also submit to us post-dated checks or even checks, or come to our office and make those payments. We are not able to accept payments online as yet from our website. However, we will be rolling out the loan management aspect of our STEEP system, and we'll be rolling out that in stage, and one of those features will be for customers to make payments online via the website. And so that is something that we're looking forward. So that will be another additional option for our customers to make payments.
So guys, you'll be able to go on the website, log in with your credentials. Soon, you'll be able to log on to the website and make payments on your SLB loan.
Correct.
Guys, I think that's really good information. I think that I know I'm feeling really excited. I'm feeling really excited right now. I'm feeling really excited right now.
Also we'll be rolling out too, but not immediately, but we'll be looking in terms of accessing. Customers will be able to access their loan statement, their loan balance information via our website, and so we want to roll that out in stages. So good things are coming. And so I want you guys to look out for that. You'll have more options in terms of sending us email, requesting your loan balance. You'll be able to go online, access your loan balance, make your payment online. But that is coming pretty soon.
Awesome. I remember I did an interview some time ago. Just to tell you a story. I did an interview some time ago, and I was telling them that a particular artist came up with a song that talked about the good things, you know?
Yes.
And I was telling them that SLB has the good things, and we're rolling out the good things.
Yes, we're rolling them out.
The good things, okay. So, I think that's really good information, though, that I can actually, without calling, without sending an email, without waiting on a turnover time, I can actually go on the customer portal and request my statement. I can actually check my balance to see if my payments are reflected. I know also that there's a turnover time for payments to reflect. I'm not sure.
It depends on the agency, the turnaround time. Normally within a day or 2, unless there is some kind of issue with the payment. Say, for example, a customer didn't include his or her GRN, then you know that your account will not be updated because you didn't submit your account number. And so I want to remind our customers, once you're making payments, ensure that your account number, which is your TRN, is on all documents that you're submitting to us. Any payment that you're making, ensure that your account number, which is currently your TRN, and so you need to include that bit of information whenever you're making your payments.
Awesome. So the TRN is your account number?
Currently, yes. We're looking to move away and use your account numbers with our new system, but for now, for those that are in repayment, it's your TRN, that is your account number.
Okay, just a few more questions, just before we go to the commercial break. Just a few more questions. I want to know, when is payment due?
Okay, so payment is due at the last business day of each month, right? So say for example, September, your loan now enters repayment, and your first payment is due by the last business day. I think Friday is the last business day. I think the 30th is a weekend. I think it's a Saturday or a Sunday. So therefore, you have to make your payment by the Friday. Persons, if it is that you're using one of those agencies, it may take a day or two, because once the agency collects the funds for us, it may not hit our bank account until the following day. So you have to factor that when you're making your payment. If you make your payment after the last working day, we have an additional interest component for the following month, so you have to be aware of that. However, you have up until the 15th of the following month to make your monthly payment for September to avoid a late fee. So if you miss your payment by the 15th of the following month, come the 16th, the late fee will be charged to your account.
A late fee?
A late fee, right.
And how much is the late fee?
The late fee is $750 for accounts that are active and not matured.
Whoa.
So if it is that your account is matured, meaning that you have gone past your expiry date for the loan and you have not completed your repayment, your late fee will be $1,250.
Whoa.
Right. So at all times, just ensure that you make your payment on time to avoid that late fee penalty. Yes.
In essence, guys, make your payments on time. Avoid arrears, avoid late fees. You don't want that to affect you. And one more thing, I'm going to ask about the credit score, but just before I talk about the credit score, I want you guys to share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Share it to as much persons as possible, as we're here providing you with information. Okay? So I want to know, what if someone actually missed their payment? How does that impact their credit score?
If a customer misses his or her payment, meaning that they have not made a payment, let us say September, we're now at the end of September or in October, and that payment has not been made, and let's say for another 2 months or so, you're still not able to make those payments. Once you're able to make the payment, as a matter of fact, before you get to that point, you need to communicate with us and let us know what is really happening so that we can have some discussion as to how we can work out something. We can have discussions around working out a payment plan. Whether it is that you'll be able to get your mother, your father, the guarantor, whomever it is to assist you. It may not necessarily be the monthly payment. However, we will accept any amount of payment you're able to propose and put forward to us. If it is that you're now employed and you're now need to regularize your account, we can look at restructuring your loan. And what that does is that it incorporates those monthly payments that you should have been making, and then we work out a new monthly payment for you, set up a salary reduction order, and then you're on your way. However, bear in mind that your credit history is your credit history. And so if it is that your account was delinquent prior to us restructuring the loan, that history will remain. And so you want to try and avoid having your loan getting to that point of delinquency. However, it gives you the opportunity, though, when you restructure your loan, to start anew, to start fresh. Mark your history is still there, but nonetheless, if you were to go to a financial institution to access loan and they request your credit report from one of the credit bureaus, so they'll be able to show the history, yes, nonetheless, but then you're able to demonstrate that now you're actually paying because you're employed.
Exactly.
And so you have to try and get that out of the way. So it's best for you to constantly communicate with us, have the dialogue and discussion with us, and let us see how we can work out some kind of payment solution.
Awesome. And one more before the break again.
Sure.
I know. So whilst there's also a disadvantage, there's a disadvantage of not repaying the loan, there's also an advantage of repaying your loan for your credit score as well.
Yes. So repeat the last part. For your credit score?
For your credit score. So maintaining a good repayment, repaying properly and on time, would also means maintaining a good credit record as well.
You're correct. Right. So if you maintain your monthly payments, you make your monthly payments on time every time, and so you will your credit score, because we do provide information to the credit bureaus, and as a part of the Credit Bureau Act, we are an information provider to the credit bureaus, and so we provide your loan information to the credit bureaus every month after the 15th. So when we report, say for example at the end of September, we'll report on your loan balance and loan information for September in the month of October.
Oh.
And so if you're maintaining your monthly payments and you're current, you will maintain a good credit score. And so if you want to access loans from other financial institutions, then you will be in a better position to access those better interest rates and loans.
Awesome. In a sense, guys, repay your loan on time. There's a way. There's a lot more benefit in that, because you want to purchase that car, you want to purchase that Audi, you want to purchase that BMW sometime in the future. You do not want that credit score to affect you. Okay. And as I would have encouraged you before, please just share the broadcast. I'm seeing at least 47 persons online. That's really good, guys. Try and push it up to at least 60 to 70. Okay, we want to get up there. We want to get somewhere up that side. Okay, but we're going to pause now for a short commercial break. We'll be back with more information as it relates to repayment.
Choose SLB, making a brighter future for we, yeah. Choose SLB, from poverty them up to set we free, yeah. Choose SLB, for all your tuition needs. Serving from 1971, the year for everyone, so everybody sing this one. Choose SLB, yeah. Choose SLB, from poverty them up to set we free, yeah. Choose SLB, for all your tuition needs. Serving from 1971, the year for everyone, so everybody sing this one. Choose SLB.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that song. It's one of my favorite songs as well. You need to have it on your playlist. Choose SLB. Okay, awesome. So now we're going to be taking a few questions from our listeners and our viewers. Okay, just a quick one, just a few questions. Okay, so let me see here. So I have a question for you, Mr. Joe.
Sure.
All right, I want to know as it relates to what happened, right? As it relates to my principal payments. I know for a few persons would have asked before in terms of having payments applied to their principal or to their interest and the reducing balance method. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure, Siobhan. Right, so customers can request for extra payment to be applied to reduce their principal balance. Your account has to be current. Current meaning that you're not late with any payment, your account is up to date, and so you want to make extra payment to your loan. Once you make those extra payments, you would have to request that. You either come to the office or you send us an email, but the payment has to be made at your office for the payments to be applied to reduce your principal. When you make those payments towards your principal, what it does, it reduces your interest costs going forward. And so if you continue making extra payments outside of your normal monthly payment, it will continue to reduce your principal balance, and so your interest costs going forward again will continue to reduce, and so you'll find yourself where the loan will close before its maturity date. So it's always good for you to make extra payment to reduce the life of the loan and to close your loan early.
Awesome. And as we're also taking questions from our viewers on Instagram as well, I'm seeing a question that came in. It's asking if, and I know you touched a little bit on this, but if you're a targeted customer or applicant, can you repay before the repayment date?
Yes, customers for targeted loan products, right? There is that moratorium period, meaning that in-school period, you're not required, you're not mandated to make any payments. However, you can make payments while you're in school. Say, for example, you may go on the work and travel program, and you would have gone and work, and you would have earned some money, sufficient funds, and you decide you're going to come back and make some payments towards your loan. Yes, we will accept that. That is also beneficial to you, the customer, because it reduces your interest costs going forward. Because while you're in school, interest is accrued on your account, and so you pay off those interest amount and you can pay down your principal balance. What will happen when your loan gets to repayment? You would have paid off a portion of your principal or some of the interest that was accruing in the moratorium stage, and so you will have a lower monthly payment. So therefore, it's always beneficial and good if you find yourself with money. Your aunt gave you some money for your birthday or the Christmas gift, or you may get employment, find employment at school,
Mhm.
because sometimes some of us when we're in school
Yeah.
we tend to find some kind of employment on campus, and so if we earn some funds, we can make those payments towards it. It doesn't matter how small it is. Once you make a payment towards your loan in the moratorium stage, it automatically reduces your obligation, your debt obligation, and
Awesome.
reduce your monthly payment when your loan goes
Awesome.
into repayment.
Awesome. Now another question is, as you talk about overseas, right?
Yes.
I saw where somebody asked the question, can I make payments from overseas?
Yes, payments
To the principal.
To the principal, yes. Payments, let me deal with that question in two parts.
Yeah.
Customers who are overseas, living overseas, you can make payment to your student's loan account from overseas.
Mhm.
You can either use the four options. You can use the BNS online, NCB online, where a payee on those with those banks.
Mhm.
You can also go Bill Express online as well as Paymaster online, and you can use your credit card with those two institutions.
Awesome.
So yes, you can make your payments online from overseas. Also, if it is that you're making a payment, your request, just send the email to us, and so that we can look out for your payment, and then we'll be able to apply to your principal balance if it is that you request.
Awesome.
Again, your account has to be current before any excess can be applied to your principal balance.
Awesome. And guys, by way of information, if you are to make a payment, I also want to encourage you to scan the copy of that payment and forward it to the loan servicing department. That's lsd@slbja.com. That's lsd@slbja.com. And please also attach your TRN, include your TRN and contact number in the email as well, in case someone will need to contact you just to verify that payment or that transaction. Okay? Now to another question. And this might be for also for persons who are overseas as well. Probably have a few viewers. Can someone make payments on your behalf?
Yes, certainly. Anybody can make payment to your account. So if it is that you're overseas and your mother is here in Jamaica, your parent, it doesn't matter who it is, that person can come to our office, make the payment, as long as they have your account number, which is your TRN. Also, anybody, a family member, you may have your spouse or husband working here in Jamaica, and they may set up a salary reduction order to deduct those payments and submit to us, as long as your account information, and I keep repeating that because sometimes we do have payments coming to us without the correct information. Say, for example, my husband works at Digicel, and he's making payment on my behalf to my account. His TRN will come to us instead of my TRN. So we have to ensure that the person that we are paying for, that person's account number, which is currently the TRN, is attached to that transaction, not yours.
Awesome.
So anybody can make a payment for anyone.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. And guys, there's no reason for you to be in repayment. There's no reason for you not to be able to make your payment towards your loan or repay your SLB loan. Okay, guys? So here what? You can visit our website as well. Visit our social media platforms as it relates to our websites. That's our YouTube channel. That's our Instagram as well. And we also want to encourage you to please share. Okay, we're still taking a few more questions. Just a few more questions as we go. Someone is asking, can I view how much is owed from the website? I think you'll have touched on that a little earlier. We're going to roll out our website as well, and you'll be able to visit our website, input your credentials, and check your balance on the SLB website.
Right. I just want to be clear that currently customers are not able to access their loan information online. I just want to be clear about that. With our new loan management system, Steve, we want to roll out that aspect where customers are able to access their loan information, generate their own statements online. However, that feature is not yet ready. We will be seeking to roll that out later on this year into early next year. And so we are anxious for that to come on board.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So just one more question. I'm just going to take one more question as it relates to the monthly installment, right?
Yes.
What if they do not have the full amount? Let's say, for example, the payment, the amount is about $7,000. What if the amount that they have to repay is about $5,000? How would that impact their?
Okay, we don't reject any payment. So whatever payment the customer is able to afford we accept any payment. We had a campaign running at one point in time, every dollar counts. And so even if it is $1, you may think it's not anything significant. However, once you make those payments, we're accepting those payments. Mario, it may not be, you may find yourself still go in arrears. However, because you're demonstrating that you're interested in your loan, you want to service your loan. However, you're not quite able to do so based on the terms and conditions, but we will accept any form of payment that you're able to provide to us.
Okay, good. Awesome. I really appreciate that, because other persons would say, okay, I do not have the full amount, so you know what, I'm not going to pay anything. I'm going to come in probably next or 2 months.
No, whatever payments you can find, it doesn't matter how small it is, it helps. It is reducing your debt obligation.
Awesome.
Yes.
And I know sometimes we send out, and I know that we send out notification as well, as it relates to, you know, our repayment as well, repayment system as well, and we would have included a few words. You know, persons might have some challenges defining what some of those words are. You know, we're dealing with different demographic, right? So, for example, arrears.
Yes.
What does arrears mean? What the word arrears mean?
Okay, so arrears is those monthly payments that you should have made that you have not made. Say, for example, September, you have not made September's monthly payment. Come October, you're in arrears by that 1 monthly installment or that 1 month's payment. And so that is what the arrears is.
Awesome.
Coupled with that, if it is that you further miss the payment by the 15th of October, then now we add that $750, that becomes part of your arrears. So your arrears is the monthly principal, the monthly interest, monthly insurance amount, as well as the late fee, which is accruing. So you don't make those payments, they're on your books for you to be paid.
Awesome. One more word, moratorium. I mean, I remember when I first encountered that word as well, I was like, moratorium. Tell us what does that word mean?
So the moratorium period is really the period where you're not required to make any payments, and that period coincides with the period that you're in school. So the moratorium period, when you get a moratorium on your repayment, it means that you've gotten old, you don't need to make any payments. And so that period generally is the in-school period where you're not required to make any payments in addition to the grace period, because after graduation you have that additional grace period to September of the following year. So all of that we classify as your moratorium period. You're not required to make payments during that time period.
Awesome. One more thing, because this is also a benefit that is.
1 second, Siobhan. I just want to say, even though you're not required to make payment, you still can. You are not scheduled, so therefore there's no penalty. But if you choose to make a payment, you can go ahead and make a payment.
It actually works in your benefit.
Yes, as I would have said earlier. Yes.
Awesome. And also, I just want you to have you to know that when you're paying SLB, you're really helping somebody else to actually attend university, because we operate on a circular, revolving basis, where when you repay, you're assisting somebody else to receive a student loan as well. Okay, guys? So please to have that in mind. So we're encouraging everyone to repay their student loan. Okay? Okay, so one more question. This is as it relates to the same terminologies. For example, let's see. This one is reducing balance method, because we calculate our loans on the reducing balance method. And what does that mean?
Okay, so the reducing balance method of interest calculation is that the simplest form of it is once you make your payment, your principal balance is reducing, because when you make your payment, there's a component for principal, interest. In our case, we have the insurance, which is I'll leave the insurance section out. So each time you make your payment, a portion goes to principal, and you pay the interest portion. The following month now you're charged interest on the reduced principal amount, and so each month your principal balance keeps reducing based on the principal portion that was paid, and now interest is calculated on the reduced principal rather than the original principal amount. And so if you constantly make payments to reduce, additional payment to reduce your principal, your interest costs going forward would be smaller.
Awesome.
And so it would end up being beneficial for you.
I'm seeing a question as well that's being asked. It's, how do I get my balance without calling? What are the different ways in terms of getting my balance?
Right.
Knowing my closing balance. And this is for persons who I would have but I've understand. I guess it's for persons who are already repaying.
Right.
Yeah, so how can they know their balance?
So to get information on your loan, whether it be your outstanding balance, your arrears, your closing balance, you can either send us an email at info@slbja.com. You can send a request email directly to your loan servicing officer. You can visit or you can visit visit us. You can call us. However, we have been having some technical challenges with our telephone lines, and so we are working that problem out, and so that you'll be able to get to us quickly. However, you can get us at WhatsApp, via WhatsApp, as well as you can Instagram. Right? Twitter as well. So you can get the information.
You can also send us an email at info@slbja.com. Please to include your TRN in the email when sending these queries as well. Okay, guys? Please to send in your TRN. Include your TRN. It plays a crucial role. And in case, you can also include a contact number. That would also be helpful in case we need to call you. Okay? Now, as it relates to the repayment as well, we have one more question. I'm seeing persons are asking a lot of questions here. Let me see here. Let me just scroll through one more time. Just take a look. The questions are coming in. And we really appreciate that. And it's really benefiting a lot of persons here based on what I'm seeing as well, as it relates to the repayment. Alright, so as it relates to getting access, you can also send us an email. And also if you need our information as it relates to the credit card. I'm seeing a question here.
Okay.
Can I use a credit card to make payments in office?
Oh yes, we do accept all credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, all credit cards, whether it be local or international credit cards. So we do accept credit cards in office.
Good.
Yes.
And
of course you can use your credit card to make payments online. Right.
Someone was asking as well as it relates to checks from overseas. If we would accept a check from overseas? We would accept checks from overseas, but I think there's a lengthy period in terms of when the check is cleared. So if it is that you send a check to us at the end of the month, the bank may not be able to clear the check until probably about, I'm not so sure in terms of the time period, but it takes a longer time for a overseas check to be cleared versus a local check. So we have to bear that in mind if we're using overseas checks. Yes. Awesome. Also, guys, I just want to repeat our WhatsApp number. It's 876-279-8080. That's 279-8080. Of course, it's 876 at the first. Okay. Also, you can give us a call at 876-619-4752 as well. Okay, guys, I'm just going to take one more question. Let me see who will ask the final question. All right. Also, for the loan servicing department, the email address is lsd@slbja.com. Okay, just going to wait on the final question here. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to ask this final question. And this is as it relates to our loan servicing officers. I know I know that we as a movement, as Students Loan Bureau, as a company, we are moving into a phase where we're providing excellent, we want to be the benchmark institution for customer service here at the Students Loan Bureau. And as it relates to our loan servicing officers, a lot of persons do not know that they do have a loan servicing officer. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Right, so each account is assigned to a loan servicing officer, so therefore all customers are assigned to a loan servicing officer. And so in terms of knowing who your loan servicing officer, generally when we send out that not the first notification, the second notification, it comes from your loan servicing officer. So the first notification the second, because the first notification would have been your repayment letter.
Yes.
So the second notification that you receive would have had the name, the email would have been from your loan servicing officer. So that's your loan servicing officer. From time to time, your loan servicing officer may change.
Yeah.
And so the next email, if that person is a new officer, then you will get an email with a letter. From your loan servicing officer.
Awesome.
A letter meaning that it would be a status letter or a letter regarding the information on your loan.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Guys, do not be shy to contact or reach out to your loan servicing officer, because you can, we're flexible enough to can at least set up some payment arrangements to assist you with your student loan. And that wraps up Here,
But before you wrap up, Siobhan, I just want to say, even though you're assigned a loan servicing officer, anyone in the organization, particularly, especially the loan servicing department, should be able to assist you with any queries that you have. So it does. If it is that your loan servicing officer is not in office, anybody can assist you in terms of a query that you may have on your account. Just want to note that.
Awesome. And that's it. That's it. So go ahead and start repayment. Go ahead and make the payments. You can visit Bill Express Paymaster. You would have learned about the benefits of repaying your loan on time, when your payment is due, when or what the loan repayment late fee is, if you should make late payments as well. Where you learn what arrears was as well. Guys, it was truly a pleasure being here. It was truly a pleasure just being here, providing you with all the pertinent information that you guys need to repay your loan. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys today. And we'll just say goodbye until next time.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Be good.
Choose SLB, making a brighter future for we. Yeah. Choose SLB, from poverty them have to set we free. And choose SLB for all your tuition needs. Serving from 1971, they're here for everyone, so everybody sing this one. Choose SLB.